Hello, welcome to the first lesson of the module Project Management and Business Planning. In this lesson, we will cover general information about projects and project management, in which you will learn more about some basic principles of managing a project and its correlation with project stakeholders. Through this lesson, you will receive a general overview of what project management encompasses and help you understand how projects are managed depending on a variety of environmental factors. In 21st century economics, where emphasis is on the importance of cost, time, and quality of products, while focusing on excellence and innovation through technology which is in rapid development, more and more organizations use project methodology to achieve their goals. Projects are more complex nowadays due to the variability of the environment that surrounds the organizations and the project. There are many factors affecting the success of the project, like organizational structure, technology, existing human resources, market conditions, stakeholders, etc. All these internal and external factors need to be taken into consideration when managing a project in order for it to be successful. In order to understand the term project management, we must first look into the definition of the project. According to Project Management Institute, project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. A project is temporary in that it has a defined beginning and end time, and therefore defined scope and resources. Therefore, project outcome can be a product, but also an ability to provide some service, or it can be a result in form of a document or outcome. Taking a look into the definition of the project, we can extract some of the main characteristics. Project is a temporary endeavor, which means it has a beginning and an end. Project result is a unique product or service. Project is one time, each with its own goal and purpose that are defined in advance. It is directed towards a specific previously defined goal, and it has its own budget. The whole purpose of the project is to produce a desired positive change. In terms of success of the project, there are three possible outcomes. Project is either successful or finished, partially successful or challenged, or unsuccessful or failed. Successful projects are finished on time, within budget, and meet all requirements. Partially successful projects are finished but with one of the requirements not met, while unsuccessful projects are abandoned or cancelled projects due to project management failure. There could be many reasons why projects may be unsuccessful, but let's look from a positive perspective and identify reasons for a successful project. When the contracted work is completed within the deadline and at the agreed price. When there is successful project management coordinated by project leader and project team. When there is good planning and controlling. When there are clearly defined success criteria. When there is an accurate cost forecast. When orientation is on project goals. Generally, each project needs to have a clearly defined goal: time, resources, expenses, and quality. So, a project is considered successful when the following requirements criteria are met. Project goals are met, project is completed on time, project is completed within a budget, and project quality is met. Each project needs to have a clearly defined goal. By that, each goal needs to be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time related. Now, when we have defined and analyzed the term project, its characteristics and requirements, we can more clearly look into the definition of project management. According to Project Management Institute, project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to meet project requirements. Project management refers to the application of knowledge, skills, techniques, and tools in project work in order to achieve the defined goals and efforts of the organization. In addition, it refers to the procedures of defining the project, creating and implementing project plan, comparing and monitoring the achieved results in relation to the plan, and managing unpredictable situations, also known as risks. Also, Project management implies leading a group of people working on a project in order to achieve a defined goal while operating within the given time and budget. Project management is a process of planning, organizing, executing, controlling, and closing projects. It involves identifying project objectives, specifying tasks and the resources required, determining timelines, creating a budget, allocating resources, and monitoring progress to ensure successful project implementation and completion. Unlike general management, which is strategically oriented towards the mission and goals of the organization that maintain business continuity, project management is characterized by specific goals related to a specific project and has its own organization and budget. Project management is accomplished through the appropriate application and integration of actions and activities, also known as processes. Process represents a series of activities which are carried out in order to achieve one or more outputs. In project management, there are many processes occurring, but all of them can be grouped into five process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Note that each project is unique and different. Therefore, project circumstances will influence how each project management process is implemented. Effective project management is essential to achieving project goals and delivering successful outcomes. Principles of project management. Managing a project implies balancing between opposite project constraints, like limited resources, required quality, schedule, scope, costs, and risks. It also includes identifying requirements of the project as well as addressing needs and expectations from stakeholders during project planning and implementation. Many requirements and factors need to be taken into consideration when managing a project. So, adopting a principled approach to project management is essential to every successful project. They serve as a set of guiding principles that help project managers make informed decisions and take appropriate actions throughout the project lifecycle. By following these principles, project managers can ensure that projects are delivered on time, within budget, and to the required quality standards. There are several principles of project management which can be summarized as follows. Stewardship. Project managers are responsible for acting as stewards of the resources entrusted to them, ensuring that those resources are used in the best interest for the organization. Team. Building and managing a competent and motivated project team is essential for project success. Project team is considered consists of individuals with diverse skills, knowledge, and experience. Project teams that work collaboratively produce synergy and can accomplish a shared objective more effectively and efficiently than individuals working on their own. Stakeholders. Engaging stakeholders throughout the project to ensure that their needs and expectations are understood and met. It is important to proactively engage stakeholders to advance value delivery and contribute to the success of the project. Value. Projects should be aligned with organizational objectives and designed to create value for stakeholders. Note that value is the ultimate indicator of project success and can be defined and measured through quantitative and qualitative indicators. System thinking. To enhance project performance, it is important to acknowledge, assess, and react to the ever changing circumstances within and around the project in a comprehensive manner. A project comprises multiple domains of activity that are independent and interconnected. Adopting a system thinking approach involves considering the project as a whole and how its various components interact with one another and with external systems. As systems are dynamic and subject to change, project team must continuously monitor and respond to both internal and external conditions. By being responsive to system interactions, project teams can leverage favorable outcomes. Leadership. Effective leadership is critical to project success and requires a range of skills, including strategic thinking, collaboration, and communication. Leadership is different than authority, as leaders contribute to project success and positive outcomes by demonstrating and adapting behavior to support individuals and team needs. Tailoring. Project management practices should be tailored to the specific needs of each project, taking into account factors such as project complexity, organizational culture, and stakeholders' expectations. As each project is unique, tailoring to adapt to its context is specific but also iterative throughout the project as a continuous process. Quality. Quality should be a key focus of project management activities, matching project objectives with a particular emphasis on ensuring that project deliverables meet the needs and expectations of stakeholders. Complexity. Complex projects require more sophisticated project management approaches that recognize and address the unique challenges they present. As complexity can emerge at any stage of the project, it is important to continually evaluate and navigate in order to successfully manage the project. Risk. Project managers should identify, assess, and manage risk throughout the project lifecycle to minimize their impact on project objectives. Note that risk can be both threats and opportunities. So managing risk is minimizing negative impacts and maximizing positive impacts. Adaptability and resiliency. Project managers should be flexible and adaptable in responding to changing project requirements, stakeholder needs, and external factors. Changing conditions are an integral part of the project, so building on adaptability and resiliency can help in responding to changing conditions and limit their negative impact. Change. Effective change management is critical to ensuring that projects are completed successfully and that the benefits they deliver are sustained over time. The principle highlights the importance of stakeholders' engagement, team performance, project governance, benefits realization, and change management, among other aspects of project management. They emphasize the need for project managers to adopt a holistic and adaptive approach to project management, taking into account the unique characteristics and requirements of each project. Overall, the principles of project management provide a foundation for effective project management, helping project managers to balance competing demands, make sound decisions, and ultimately achieve successful project outcomes. Project stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations that are actively involved in the project, but also all partners whose interests may be positively or negatively affected by the execution of the project or its results. More simplified, project stakeholders are individuals or organizations who have an interest in the outcome of the project. Stakeholders can include project sponsors, customers, users, team members, suppliers, regulatory agencies, shareholders, and other parties with an interest in the project and its outcomes. They can be internal or external to the organization and can have varying degrees of influence in the project. Here are some examples of internal and external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders include sponsors, project management office, steering committee, project managers of other projects, or team members, while external stakeholders include end users, customers, suppliers, shareholders, regulatory bodies, and others. The involvement of stakeholders is critical to project success as their needs and expectations must be identified, managed, and addressed throughout the project lifecycle. Effective stakeholder engagement involves communication, collaboration, and building relationships with stakeholders to ensure that their needs and expectations are understood and incorporated into project planning and execution. Stakeholders should be involved in key decisions and provided with timely and accurate information about the project progress, risks, and issues. So, managing stakeholders' expectations and engagement is an ongoing process that requires continuous monitoring and adjustment as the project progresses. Failure to effectively engage with stakeholders can result in delay, increased cost, reduced project quality, and ultimately project failure. Conclusion. We have reached the end of our first lesson on project management and business planning. Let's do a quick recap on the main topics covered in this lesson. First, we talked about projects and had a brief overview about some of the project's main characteristics and what are the main reasons for project success. From there, we expanded by defining the term project management, what it involves, as well as how it's accomplished through application of processes. Afterwards, we followed up with project requirements, as well as needs and expectations from stakeholders that need to be taken into account when managing a project. According to those requirements, Basic principles of project management were identified and described. Last part of the lesson referred to stakeholders, their involvement in the project, and how to successfully manage them through communication and collaboration. To finalize this lesson, the main goal of this lesson is to help you visualize what project management is all about and to gain perspective about the complexity of managing a project successfully. For more information about the topic of the lesson, feel free to check the reference links, and I will see you back in the next lesson of the module. Thank you.